Hey guys, do you want to play your PlayStation 5 remotely, anywhere, on your phone, but not have to use those on-screen controls? Well, in today's video, we're going to take a look at the ultimate accessory for PlayStation Remote Play, and that is the Backbone PlayStation controller adapter for your phone. And this one's particularly for the iPhone, but the Android one is exactly the same as this. So let's take a look at the ultimate accessory for playing remote play on the go. And make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. So this is the Backbone PlayStation Edition for your iPhone, so you can play remote play remotely with better controls. So on the packaging you can see this is the made for iPhone edition. The Android one normally comes in, I believe, black packaging. So you can see it's the official licensed product from PlayStation, so you know it's going to work and it's going to be good as well. So on the back of the packaging there's some information about the actual device itself and what you can do with it. And interesting enough, here you'll notice you can play games supporting the controller on PlayStation Remote Play, but Xbox Game Pass, Apple Arcade and much more. So anything that requires you to play games with a controller, you can do that on your phone. So let's see what you get inside the box itself and the packaging. So after you've taken the plastic wrapper off, the front box just slides off, revealing this matte black box with the Backbone logo and lettering. I think it looks very good indeed, and it looks very nice. So let's get this box open and see what's inside. So once you open the box, you're greeted with the controller on the bottom, but on the top of the box you can see a logo saying Backbone, and it's an adapter for various iPhone models that you will need to use. So make sure you don't throw away the box and you do use that adapter. I'll show you that in a second. In the bottom half of the box you have of course got the controller, so it's there very nicely presented, and behind this tray you've got some play safe safety instructions manual as well, which I'm sure you won't need to read, but they are included as well. So let's take a closer look at this controller. So this is the controller. As you can see, it expands to fit various size phones. You got your lightning port there. Of course the Android one will have USB Type-C. You also can get an iPhone one with USB Type-C as well. So it expands so it can fit any size of phone. You got your various buttons there like capture, your D-pad there as well, your analog stick on the right as well as the analog stick on the left, a couple of Backbone buttons there, and the settings button. You've also got your game control buttons there, which are a bit small. You've got your triggers, so you got R1 and R2 there, shoulder buttons as well, and you got your course your L1 and L2. You can see it's not that thick indeed. I'll say it's a little bit thicker than a Wii U controller. Sorry, not a Wii U controller, a Nintendo Switch controller. Here I've got an iPhone. You can see it's almost like double and a half the size of an iPhone, so a little bit thicker than two iPhones stacked together, and it is pretty small and compact because of this expanding feature. So let's pop in this adapter that comes in with the controller for various iPhone models that you will need to use. That is so the camera is protected and that it fits correctly, so you do need to use it. And this is the little adapter. It's kind of like a rubbery plastic thing. It looks pretty cheap and probably doesn't look as good as the rest of the controller, to be fair, but it just fits in here. Let me just figure out which way this goes. Yeah, it definitely goes this way, and okay, I think I know how to do it. So the bottom bit clips on first and then the top bit just slides on, so just like that. Hook it on from the bottom and slide it in, and that there is now going to protect the top of the phone because of the camera bump on various iPhone models. So let's get the iPhone in there. Now unfortunately, from what I've seen with my particular phone and case, is that neither the case and the phone fit in there together. You have to remove the phone from the case in order to get it into this controller. So that is a bit annoying, but it is to be expected. So in order to get your phone in, you need to put the top end of the phone in first, and then you need to pull the other controller section back, and line up the USB-C or lightning adapter depending on which model you've got, and then click it in. So you make sure you do that, and make sure you've got the camera phone part sitting in snugly to the adapter part of the controller, and that's it. As you can see, it is pretty comfortable in the hand, I must say. It's no bigger than I think the PlayStation 5 controller itself, so it looks quite big here on screen, but it is fairly comfortable. I'll say the right analog stick may be a bit difficult to reach, but again, this depends on which size iPhone you're using. A smaller one will be even more comfortable, but yeah, it's not that different of a size, I think, compared to the PlayStation 5 controller. And of course, you need to download the Backbone app as well, so make sure you do that if you want some extra features and bonuses. I'm not really going to discuss that here. I'm just going to go about the functionality of the controller for remote play. So let's take a look at remote play in action once you sync it up on the PlayStation app. Now, one thing I did forget to mention earlier is on the bottom, you've of course got your USB charging port. The cable is not provided, so you will have to use a USB Type-C cable, as well as the headphone jack, so you can game without disturbing people around you. So that is a feature that I just forgot earlier on. Now, in order to have remote play, you need to have it activated in your settings on your controller, so make sure you do that first before you sync up your Backbone controller with your PlayStation 5. So here you can see it is in settings. If you scroll down to remote play, it says link devices. You can link devices manually, but at the top of that you can see it says enable remote play. You need to make sure that's active in order for you to be able to remote play remotely. So once you've set up remote play, it successfully connects. You can see there's zero to no lag on this at all. The controller is very fluid. You can see on my phone as well as the PlayStation behind, the controller is controlling both aspects flawlessly. And in order for you to do this, you do need good internet, both at home and wherever you're playing remotely. So let's fire up a game and see how it fares. So here I've loaded up Disney's Speed Storm, and you can see here, as well as in the background, I've got the PlayStation 5 connected and my remote play iPhone connected in the foreground. You can see that the controls are very responsive. As soon as I move the car, it moves both on the PlayStation 5 as well as on my phone via remote play, and it is pretty good controls. As you can see, I'm racing pretty well here and it is doing very well. Now I'm in my house, so technically it should do well here because I've got a good internet connection, but it does work abroad as well. It does work outside of your house, sorry, as long as you have good internet connection. But in the room that I was earlier, I do have a poor internet connection, so let's go and see how the game fares there. But right here in front of my PlayStation 5, the game is performing absolutely flawlessly on PlayStation Remote Play. Now in this particular room, the internet is very poor. In fact, Wi-Fi is very hard to reach in this room, but it is still performing very, very well indeed. The picture quality is slightly bit less, but that's to be expected because the internet isn't as great in this room. But the gameplay and controls are very responsive and very good indeed. Now I did come fourth, but that's because I had to go from downstairs to upstairs, so it's just a test. But I'm really impressed with the gameplay. It's very comfortable. You can see you got your various buttons, the controls, they all work pretty well. I would say that the PlayStation buttons, the triangle, square, X and circle, are a bit small, but it is an on-the-go device, and if you are a gamer that likes to remote play, this is the device for you. I'll have a link in the description down below that you can check out. If there's anything you're like answering, drop it down in the question box down below, the comments box down below. And that is the end of the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out some other videos that you may have not seen on our channel, like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.